It was a magical night once again for that number one car of Trevor Culver. He joins us on the Zoom line. What's going on? You even look like a dad now. Hey, congratulations, Trev, to you and your wife.
Hey Joe, good seeing you. Thank you. It's been a wild 3 weeks. Our baby girl Katie, she is 3 weeks tomorrow, and man, it doesn't feel like it's been 3 weeks. It goes by pretty quick, but it's been a lot of fun.
Oh, buddy, don't blink. You'll miss it. I'm telling you. I look at little Joe now at 39 years old, and I go, where did the time go? And when I look in the mirror, I can see it. But in the same respect, don't miss a moment because it goes by that fast.
Oh yeah, no, I believe it. I say that all the time. I'm fortunate enough to really like my job at work and what I do, and my weeks just fly by, and it's good for a couple reasons. My weeks fly by, and at the end of the week, I do the thing I like most on Friday nights, and that's go racing. So it's good in that sense. I get to my Friday nights quick. But once you add up those weeks and you do 52 of them, that's a year. So those weeks fly by and the years fly by, and well, I'm 30 this year. So yeah, I know what you're saying. It's time is definitely important.
Yeah, and it waits for absolutely nobody. Trevor, you can see that you guys have been gnawing at the bone, if you will, going to work on the number one car. You finished second there the last time out until Friday night. You were gonna fish. You were not gonna finish second Friday night. I knew it.
Yeah, we were well, I guess it was almost a month ago now, our second last race. June 20th we raced, and yeah, we had an awesome battle with Carson Nagy, side by side, door to door, crossover, right? Lots of good racing, a lot of fun. And I absolutely love doing that. Don't get me wrong, but I absolutely love winning a lot more than coming second. Even though it was a good race, I like winning, and we were determined to come back and have a good night and get back on top of the podium, and we did just that. We had a really good race car. Things worked out good. I mean, I got through traffic really good, but a lot of that is how I lined up. Like I started the heat race on the inside. I still had to start farther back, but I started on the inside, so that definitely helped a little bit getting the right runs. We had a good card and made a couple good moves, don't get me wrong, but we also had a couple good starting positions that kind of helped make it a little easier to get through traffic and give us more laps to get up to the front and get to the lead.
Well, you did all of the above, and you correct me if I'm wrong here, Trev, but I don't think I am. The competition level at Delaware in Superstock, you don't have two or three guys anymore that could potentially win the race. That number keeps growing. The 83 car finished second. Ramsey has won a race, and he's right on it in the '07. There's so many guys now that can get the job done. What's it like trying to stay on top of all of that?
Oh, it's awesome. It's what we love. Like the more competition we have, the harder we work, because you got to play to the level, right? I've got one of my nephews. He's 9 years old. He plays hockey. He loves hockey, and he's been playing on more and more competitive teams these last couple of years. And he had some camps that he's playing with some really good guys, and I said, hey, that's exactly what you want. You want to be playing to the level of the guys that you're with. And you see it all the time. You see some really good sports teams and they play a crappy team and sometimes they lose to them. And you're like, how did that happen? Well, I only need to skate this hard because this guy is only skating this hard, so I'm going to be lazy. Like, some people don't necessarily do their very best because they don't have to when the level of competition isn't as high. But in Delaware Speedway, in the Inventory Express Lubricant Superstock Series, let me tell you, the competition is high, and we have to bring our game to a new level every time we go there. And it's a true testament to my crew and McCall Racing Enterprises. We have a really good partnership with them, and between everything we do in the shop here and we do in the shop at McCall Racing when we get a chance to go there, we all work together and just bring the very best piece we can week to week. And sometimes we maybe have some ideas we can't try every week, but we make a good plan on how we can try what we got in mind. And we always go to the racetrack. I've talked about this before. I have multiple plans before I even go to the racetrack and run a lap, because you have to be prepared. You're fighting a different track. You're fighting weather conditions, depending on whether there's the ISMA's there the one night, or whether there's what classes are there. This past week, the monster trucks, the week before, the monster trucks were there, and there has been race cars on the track for 2 weeks. So we knew going in there wasn't going to be much rubber on the track. And the practice was, you might think your car's, whether it's good or not good, it's going to be different in the heat race. And it's like, there's a lot of things going on, and you have to have your head on a swivel, and you have to be able to pivot throughout the night and throughout the season as you're battling, whether it be different racing conditions or different competitors that are really ramping it up. Just like you said, Brody Rickwood had an awesome night there the other night. We had a really good car, and at that last restart, I looked in the mirror and I saw Brody restarting third, and he got by Carson Nagy on the inside. And as I was coming out of turn 2, my car was pushing more than it had the whole night, and I see him there. I'm like, this isn't good that I'm pushing as hard as I am, and I see Brody's coming, and starting to get me a little bit nervous there. But yeah, it's awesome to have a great group of racers that can race clean and have so many fast cars. Like you said, there's both the Nagy brothers. Very happy for Hudson. They finally got his car figured out. They've been battling mechanical issues for the last year and a half. They finally got it running good. So you got both the Nagy brothers. You got Nick Ramsey, Brody Rickwood, Ryan Dyson, Jay Cox. You've got the 57 car of Orr. Cody Wilds has some speed some nights. There's so many. I know I'm forgetting probably four other good cars.
Vanderwees in the 7.
Vanderwist, Darrell Lake. Sorry, there we go. Vanderwist, Darrell Lake. There's lots of good cars that can get it done out there, and it's a lot of fun racing with them.
Well, we're with Trevor Collver. He got the job done on Friday night at Delaware Speedway in the Superstock Series. Trev, there's only so much you can activate when you get to the track. If you haven't got your homework done, then it's you can do whatever you want at the Speedway. Probably not going to make a lot of difference. Take us through a week at your shop. And, well, I guess they're going to have to encapsulate it a little bit, but take us through what it's like preparing that number one. So when you get to the track, you can say, okay, plan number 1 we talked about is what we're going with. Oh, not going to work tonight. Plan number 2, because it's limited on what you can actually change and set up with the car. If you haven't got it done in the shop, you're pretty well toast.
Yeah, that's right. It is dependent week to week on how much I'm deciding to change, or whether I'm trying a big change or not. From that week that we finished second to this week, we changed both front springs of the car and a whole bunch of other stuff. And it seems like a lot, but we had confidence that we were going to be able to make it work. I might have lost a little bit of confidence on Thursday night when I was in the shop with my most dedicated crew member, Daryl Stanley, that's there helping me all the time. And we looked at the race itinerary, and we only had one practice session because it was an autograph session and it was only 10 minutes. So V8s went before us, then we went, then late models. So we knew the track was going to change with rubber, and we're a little bit on edge after seeing that, but we still had confidence that we were going to be able to make it work. But it's looking at your tire plan. It's I don't know. There's a lot that goes into it, and I don't want to give too much away here. I could probably talk for 10 minutes about every single detail that I analyze and maybe read into, and some of it may benefit us, and some of it maybe I overthink, but I try and really think about as many different factors as I can and control whatever factors that I can control. There's a lot that I can't, but we just try and really make sure we put our best foot forward. We go through our car top to bottom with maintenance, nut and bolt checks every week. We have it on the scales probably two for sure, if not 3 times between races, when we get it off the track after a race, and then get it back on the track before, and then maybe somewhere in between, depending on how much we're changing with setup stuff. And then, thinking about if we're making changes at the track, what's that going to do to other factors on the race car? And we got to worry about being fast and having a good handling race car, and we got to worry about going through tech at the end of the night too. So you might make some changes that are going to make it fast. They also might be changes that might not allow you to get through tech. If you're too low, or if you got too much left side weight, or something of that nature. So it's just we're a crew and a team that we don't even double check. It's more triple or quadruple check with everything we do, and just to make sure that we're all on the same page, and we could almost be that crew that would ask each other something, and it's like, like, I've already done it. Stop, bugging me, but it's good. I'd rather it that way, because that means everyone's thinking the same way. They have the same goal, and we're all working at that common goal. When you have everyone pushing in the same direction, it makes things a lot easier.
Well, I asked you that for a reason. There's lots of drivers that are out there, maybe not in super stock, in all different divisions, go, I haven't won, or I haven't placed on the podium, and I don't know why that is happening, and why I can't do what Trevor Collver does, where he's a threat to win every time, and you do your share of winning. But if you're not spending the time in the shop, meticulously going through everything, you got bearings to change, and brake pads, and rotors, and all kinds of stuff in due time is going to be need to change on that race car. Because if you just nut and bolted on Friday night before you take it to the track, you're probably not going to do well, because you got guys like you that are going over bumper to bumper, and you're pretty well not leaving any stone unturned. And that's what it takes now to win a race. It hasn't always been like that, right, Trev? It's a byproduct of the competitive nature of that class and at that speedway. Yeah,
and I've been very fortunate the last couple of years to have a lot of success. But as you say, what if you're one of those guys who are saying, I just can't quite get to victory lane, or how do we get there? And I was that guy for a lot of years. We started racing super stock in 2014. We didn't get our first. We got our first win the last race of 2015, I believe it was. 2016 we didn't win. 2017 we didn't win. 2018 we won a couple. 2019 started winning a bunch more, and have had a bunch of wins since then. But over those years too, when we didn't have as much success, I would say I was probably working as hard, if not harder, back then. Mm-hmm. And that's because I was short on some experience, and that's what you have to do, right? I keep going back to all these different examples in my life, but when I was a young apprentice, I'm an electrician. When I was a young apprentice, I had that mindset when I first went in there. I'm not going to know as much of the rest of these guys, but I'm going to work harder than anyone that steps on this job site, and prove that I can help the company. I can help the job, right? And when you're a young racer, I think that's the mindset you have to do too. You're not going to know as much as some of the guys you're racing against, and me included. I've raced this is my 20th year of racing, and I've raced against a lot of guys that have 30, 40, 50 years of experience of racing. So I've learned a lot, but I know there's guys that know a lot more than me, and you just have to have that mindset that you're going to work hard and do everything you can, ask questions, and ultimately don't give up. There's there's a lot of times where we had we were getting closer to having some success and just couldn't quite get there for a handful of years, and it got really tough. But ultimately, I've always believed in that saying, hard work pays off, and just keep your head down, keep doing your thing, work hard in the shop, as you say, because it doesn't matter if you don't have if you bring a knife to a gunfight, it doesn't matter what adjustments you make on that knife, it's still a knife.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure you do your homework in the shop, as you say, and then ultimately make the best decisions you can on race night, and have a little luck and do your job and hope things go right.
The number one is Trevor Collver, and he's with us on the Zoom line. Trev, how many more Superstock races do you have this year? I know you got your eye not only on the victories, but you probably got your eye on that title as well. You like that champion title. How many more nights have you got to do what you do in order to be that guy again?
So we started off the season, the way it was laid out, it was like we had 4 races at the start, then we had a month break, and then we had 7 races at the end, so 11 total. The second night of the season got rained out. They haven't announced a rain date yet, like a makeup race, but I imagine they'll probably try and make double features on one night. So without the rain night, we've got 6 more nights. That 6 more nights could turn into 7 features, like I say, if they put a double on a night. But basically, we race this weekend. We have a weekend off. We have 1 race again the week after that, a weekend off, and then we do 4 in a row to finish it out.
Yeah, man, it'll be busy. You can guarantee that. We are getting close to the top of the hour, and I want you to be able to fit all this in, and it takes a bit, but that's another reason why you succeed, is because you got the support. Who is supporting that number one this year?
Yeah, and it starts right here from my house to out in the shop to on the road to all the different sponsors and my crew. So I'm going to start here in the house. My wife, she's absolutely amazing. Everything she does for our family and race team, and now our daughter. So I got to thank my wife, Maddie. I got to thank my parents, everything they do. My brother, he helps whenever he possibly can. Got to thank my crew, Daryl Stanley, Alan Gold, Tanner Peary, Nathan Culver, and Monty Jones. And then, of course, I got to thank McCall Racing Enterprises, Mike McCall, Paul Ginoli, Joe Lawrence, everyone there. I mean, Penny Lawrence up doing parts up front, Dan doing parts, Greg, like everyone at McCall Racing. It's quite an operation they have there, and they all do everything they can. Kenny working in the back, Jeremy working in the back, everyone. Louis working in the back, everyone that really helps out there. Like anytime you go there with your race car, their best interest is in getting your race car working and helping you the best they can. So I can't thank McCall Racing Enterprises enough for all their support. And then of course all the companies that support us with their hard-earned money, and we're happy to represent them week in and week out, and hopefully try and get into victory lane and get a chance to thank them on the microphone like I get to do here now. So I got to thank Inventory Express Lubricants, Carter Trucking, Hodgins Custom Service, DK Equipment, MGV Concrete, Lux Homes, and Ahmed Waquez, Ali Asan, and FC Funding. I got to thank Four Pizza Sake in Illerton. They're the best pizza around. If you want a good bite to eat, head over to Illerton for pizza's sake. Got to thank them. J.O. Hay and Livestock, Fix Auto, London Northwest, Mr. Transmission on Exeter Road in London, Mark Kennedy Trucking, Outback Tire Shack, GNL Automotive, Quadro Communications. Again, on Friday, we were very fortunate to have a race car as fast as Quadro Communications high-speed internet. So we got to thank them for being on board for the second year and coming on board in a bigger way. Got to thank Melrose Garage, Culver Towing, Dave Culver Auto Care, Hallmark Memorials, Novus Glass, London Northwest. Got to thank Goris Rentals are a new sponsor that has jumped on board here. And Delaware Speedway, what an amazing job Delaware Speedway does to put on the best possible show for race fans and keeping a great place for us to race. I mean, all the volunteers that help with the track, from the safety workers to the flagman to pace car driver Gary Adrianson. I mean, everyone does their part. Daryl Timmermans in the tech shack trying to keep everything fair. Everyone does a great job there, and couldn't be happier to spend most of my Friday nights at the center of racing in Ontario, if not Canada. That's Delaware Speedway.
Yeah, well, you're another reason for that success. Trevor, we appreciate the time. Look forward to Friday night under the lights at Delaware. One of these Friday nights, I'm going to be there, and I want to make sure that the Superstocks are on when I go, because you guys do that good of a job. It's that much of a show. Hopefully, maybe we can get Zardo to jump back in over there. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
And another name to the list of potential winners for a night.
That's right. Yeah, I always love racing with Lane. And when I heard he wasn't going to be racing full-time at Delaware this year, obviously upset, but not fully upset, because you're upset because you like a good competitor, but you're not fully upset because you know he's a guy that could beat you. So, I mean, it's a bit of a mixed match there.
Double-edged sword. It always comes that way. Congratulations to you and your wife on the success of young Katie coming into the world. I can see that you're going to be building her a race car someday if she takes to it. I can well imagine you're going to go from successful driver to crew chief just like that.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I definitely will be encouraging it. It'll be up to her whether she wants to do that or not. But either way, we're super fortunate and blessed to have a awesome little baby girl that we do. And a big thanks to you for having us on here. Maybe we can talk again next Sunday if things go well on Friday.
Well, we definitely have that seat shined up. Trevor, thanks so much for the time. You, Maddie, get some shut-eye. It's shift work now. You'll see what I mean.
I hear you. Thanks, Joe.
You bet. That's Trevor Collver, driver the number one at. You got to get out to Delaware Speedway and watch these guys. It's an amazing show.